I'm a roller coaster, turning round.
What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things here today, and in this video I will be reviewing Afterburn at Carowinds. This is a B&M inverted coaster, and it is known for its intensity. So Afterburn first opened in 1999, and when it opened, it was originally the best ride in the park. Obviously, it's no longer the best in the park. Fury 325 is the best, but this rivals Copperhead Strike and Intimidator for the second best ride in the park. I myself personally have it as the third best coaster in the park. I would take Copperhead Strike over Afterburn, but I would take Afterburn over Intimidator. When this coaster opened, it was during the days when the park was Paramount's Carowinds. It used to be called Top Gun the Jet Coaster. I know there's some people out there who still call it that. It is themed to fighter jets. It is located towards the back of the park. It honestly is kind of hard to find if you don't know where to go. The next closest coaster to Afterburn is Copperhead Strike, and that's still not super close. It's also right next to the South Gate entrance to the park. So you walk up to Afterburn, and I must say, I love the sign and logo for this coaster. Cedar Fair did a good job at designing it after it was renamed from Top Gun to Afterburn. There's a jet out next to the entrance, and the station kind of resembles an aircraft hangar. You get in line for it, and oftentimes this ride is just a station wait. If you go on a weekend in the summer, it may get longer, but each time I've been here, I've never had to wait that long for it. You step into your trains, pull down your classic B&M over-the-shoulder restraint, and buckle your seatbelt. If you've ridden any B&M invert, well, except for Banshee, you know what these restraints feel like. They give you a little bit of room, which is nice. I've ridden this coaster 3 times, in the front row, in the middle, and towards the back. Front row is my favorite row, as with all B&M inverts. Also, the 2 trains on this ride have wheel covers that look like designs that you see on different kinds of aircrafts, which is really cool. You dispatch out of the station, and start the climb up the 113-foot lift hill. This invert is not quite as tall as ones like Alpengeist, Raptor, or Montu, but it is taller than ones like Batman the Ride, Flight Deck, and Great Bear. You reach the top, you have a little pre-drop as with most B&M inverts, and then go down the main drop. You reach a max speed of 62 miles per hour here, and honestly it feels faster than that. This ride flies through its layout, as you'll find out. You then go through the first inversion of vertical loop. This is the first inversion on most B&M inverts, so if you've ridden more than one, you know what they feel like. This loop is solid and decently whippy. It's not quite as whippy as like Batman the Ride's vertical loops, but still good. Vertical loops are always fun. Next you come down through a trench, which is a great near miss, and up through an Immelman. I like the trench leading up to it a lot. It gives you a great sense of speed. This Immelman is nice, but once you go through it, you really get into the good inversions. If I'm completely honest, the first 2 inversions on Afterburn are definitely the 2 least notable inversions. They're good, but the final 4 inversions are where this coaster really shines. The final 4 inversions starts right after you exit the Immelman and come down. You go up into a 0G roll. This is an awesome 0G roll. It flies through it very fast. The pacing on this ride is incredible. You really feel the whip going through the 0G roll. Then you come down and go through Afterburn's highlight element. This is the Bat Wing. This is 2 inversions combined into one. You start low, fly up, twist to the right, and dive underground. I love the underground tunnel that it goes through. It's a great near miss. You then come back up, twist back to the right, and exit the Bat Wing. This is a rare inversion type. Afterburn is one of only 2 B&M inverts to feature this element, the other one being Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa. I have also experienced Montus, and between the 2, I prefer Afterburns because you go completely underground. On Montu, it's just into a trench, not a full-on tunnel, so you don't actually go underground on Montus. I know the Batwing is most people's favorite part of Afterburn. It's not quite my favorite, but it is definitely top 3. Following the Batwing, you come up over the station, and then come down into my favorite part of Afterburn. This is the corkscrew. This is insane. It is hidden behind the trees, so you don't see it coming, and then you fly through it at full speed. This corkscrew is so whippy. Your legs are really feeling the forces right here. This is my favorite inversion on Afterburn, as well as my favorite inversion on any B&M invert. It is so incredibly aggressive. The first time I rode this, I was shocked at how intense this inversion is. Without a doubt, my favorite moment on Afterburn. Then to finish off the ride, you go through a 270-degree upward helix to the left. You actually go really fast through this helix. Like the corkscrew, it causes your legs to feel a lot of G's. I don't like this helix as much as like Raptor's helix. Raptor's helix causes your legs to go completely numb, but this one is still really nice. Then you hit the brake run. Each time I've ridden this, when we've hit the brake run, I was like, that was awesome. This ride is butter smooth, one of the smoothest B&Ms ever. Some B&M inverts develop a rattle, this is not one of them. It's crazy to think that before 2010, this was the only real standout coaster at Carowinds. Yeah, some argue that Thunder Road was a standout, but I personally disagree with that. Carowinds has really come a long way since this ride was built. I love these old school B&Ms, they just don't make them like they used to. This is a prime example of one. It's a shame the Batwing is so hard to get footage of. It's way back there where you can't go. You'll have to go into the parking lot to get footage of it. I actually tried that and was told I couldn't be there. Apart from that though, this ride is fantastic. It isn't the biggest, the fastest, or the longest invert, but it has a brilliant layout and is full of intensity. For Afterburn's overall score, I will give it a 9 out of 10. I think every coaster enthusiast likes Afterburn, and it's completely understandable why. It is my favorite B&M invert as of 2022, and Carowinds is so lucky to have this in their coaster collection. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and this is Coasters and Things signing out.